Hello everybody and welcome back to This Week in Motoring. And it's been a slow week. Actually, I'm not going to lie, no F1 has made it slightly difficult on the weekends. So I guess there was the MotoGP, but two wheels are just not as interesting as four. And I will hear nothing about that. Now, it has been a slow week. So in that mindset, I want to talk about some things that I've seen over Twitter in the past week. Have a little rant, as people would call it, I guess. Well, not a rant, a discussion. A civil discussion about matters that fucking anger me to no end on Twitter. Starting with, it's a very interesting one, this, a mug. A mug was on sale in Madrid, and on the side of it, it had no Michael, no, the thing said by Toto Wolff after Abu Dhabi 2021, because we're still fucking talking about it, apparently. God. Anyway, so that was on sale, and Twitter didn't like that, because it was an official F1 shop or whatever. This man, Rob, has said, Shameless from @F1, got tagged them there, really let them know who's boss. It's bad enough that the rule breaking happened and wasn't corrected, but now they're actually glorifying it to make money. Disgusting.
Disgusting!
Hashtag F1, just so people knew what he was talking about. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell, man. If they saw this tweet in Saudi Arabia, he'd get arrested for having another man's cock so far down his throat. Jesus Christ. What was my point? Yeah, shut up about Abu Dhabi 2021. Dear God, please. I get it. It happened and you're all sad. But fucking hell, move on, because the decision's not going to change. No matter how much you tweet, hashtag F1 fixed. Hashtag cost cap and champion. Hashtag oh fuck, let's just scroll through his page. I'll find another one. Hashtag Red Bull cheat. You can tweet it all you like. It's not going to change. Okay? So please stop. Next on the civil discussion agenda. Yes, Verstappen is a bigger villain than Thanos. Now, I do a lot of research for these videos, believe it or not. And this week, considering there's been no F1, there's been a lot of talk of it. All of it is just talking about how Max Verstappen is a massive cunt. Max Verstappen accused of concocting problem at Red Bull in Sergio Perez fight. What they're referring to is they're saying he didn't actually have an issue. He just wanted to make himself look good in Jeddah when he was trying to catch up to Perez, even though he'd overtaken half the grid like it was fucking nothing, and then took the fastest lap away from Checo, like taking candy from a bait. That was embarrassing. But anyway, it goes on. They're talking about, oh my God, he gets paid more than every other driver on the grid. Fucking shock, that headline. Current world champion paid more than everyone else. Fucking who saw that coming? They're angry at him because he took the fastest lap away from Checo. They're angry at him because he steals your data from TikTok and sells it to China. They're angry at him because he can see your pupils, and that's an issue for some reason. So basically, in short, he's a supervillain to the level of Thanos, and he needs to be eradicated. Probably. I don't know. On the point of that last lap, actually, because a lot of people were angry at that, the fact that he ignored team orders to go get that fastest lap. So, what? He wanted an extra point. Why wouldn't he? Of course he wants the fucking extra point. And he was like, oh, it's not good for the team. It doesn't matter which of their drivers gets the point, as long as they have the point, which they did. Anyone who's angry at that should not be watching F1. It's a fucking sport. He wants to win the World Drivers' Championship. He doesn't give a shit about the Constructors' Championship. No one does. Let's be real. No one gets to the end of the season and goes, oh, wow, we just won the Constructors' Championship. No. If that was true, then we wouldn't be fucking hearing about Abu Dhabi 2021, because they won the Constructors' Championship then. But nobody talks about that. Nobody gives half a shit about that. No, we all keep talking about how Verstappen won the World Drivers' Championship. I don't care. It was 2 years ago. It wasn't. It was 1.5 years ago. Get over it. Fuck. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. I'm not done. I'm only halfway through my list. This recording's got to 7 minutes. You only got to hear about 2 of it. Fuck. What was my point? Alright, Max Verstappen is, well, when he gets in the car, he can be a bit of a cunt. But it's not that deep. You know, he missed a meeting. So fucking what? Are you really going to tell me after a bad day at work, you know, they've wanted you to stay for an extra meeting, you've gone, oh yeah, I'll fucking do that. No, you haven't. Okay? Shut up. It doesn't matter. You know what? I'm not a Max fan, but the more I see him just fucking shit on, the more I want to support him. Because he's done nothing wrong and he just gets abused like he's the spawn of Satan. To summarise, if we're going to attack Max Verstappen for being a cunt, at least find something that makes him worthy of being a cunt. Not the fact that he was competitive, or he maybe had an issue that he didn't have, or he missed a meeting, or what was the other one? He gets paid because he won the champion. Fuck it. Okay, moving on. Okay, because if we carry on with that, I'm going to fucking kill myself. Now, Daniel Ricciardo, I love him. He's an incredible fella and he's Australian. So that just instantly gives him 10 cool points, which somehow doesn't work for Piastri because he just doesn't seem Australian. So he just doesn't get that bonus of cool points, which is a shame for Piastri. But, you know, what are you going to do? Anyway, so he's avoided one of the shittest cars this season to go take a fat paycheck at Red Bull. Fair play, huge dub. And what people are saying now, though, is because McLaren are having these issues, that sacking Danny Rick wasn't the right choice. Why? Looking at last season, 122 to 37 points. That's sackable. You cannot sit there and claim, oh yeah, nah, they're both equal leveling. No, I love Daniel Ricciardo, but fucking he did not deserve to stay in McLaren after that. It wasn't the right fit. I'm not saying he's a bad driver. He's a good driver. You know, we've all seen China 2018. He can fucking do shit with a car, but McLaren wasn't working and he needed to go. And now McLaren are having issues. People are saying, oh, well, no, he's not the problem. What? Mother of God. He deserved to get fucking fired or sacked or whatever they call it. I don't know. But he should have left. It was the right thing to do. And now McLaren are in the shit. And, well, I mean, he can sit back and laugh, really. Because he just smashed him. And he's paying what? He's getting paid millions to fucking watch his team win. You know, sub him in for a race, boom, he gets a free win there. I'd love to see him come in as a driver for one race. I think everyone would, but fucking hell. Can we stop about McLaren saying it's his fault or not his fault? Or can we just shut up? Ricciardo was shit in McLaren. Yeah, he got the one win, but other than that, it was a dreadful time. Now, moving on, one final thing. Yes, well, not final thing, but final thing of this civil conversation before we get to the real news and headlines and, well, not bullshit that concocts in my brain. F1 is boring. Yes, that's a narrative I'm seeing everywhere. F1 is boring because Red Bull are so dominant. Oh my god, change the regulations. Red Bull are so dominant. Oh my god, Max Verstappen's too good of a driver. Let's chemically castrate him. You know, minor things. But first of all, this whole narrative that we need to somehow nerf Red Bull. No, the mechanics have worked hard and they've worked well and they've produced a good car. You can't really punish that. It's like telling Man City they've got to now play without Haaland for the rest of the season because they won the Premier League last year. Doesn't make sense. You know, look, there's going to be a dominant team in F1 and there always will be. You know, look in histories, you know, you remember great drivers like Senna or Schumacher or Hamilton, you know, they were in good cars which were part of dominant teams. It happens. It's F1. It's natural. Every sport has dominant people or teams. It's just how it works. And you can sit there and complain about it, or you can take bets on 10th place because that's the most interesting thing to do every weekend. 10th place is the most fucking unpredictable one of the lot. I guarantee you try to predict who comes in 10th, you will get 1 out of 23 at a maximum. But in conclusion, for the love of God, shut up about how boring you think F1 is. We get it. You're not happy Hamilton's winning anymore. Get over it. Alright, moving on to actual news. Well, news is a loose term. Max Verstappen, the vampire, after less than 24 hours, was already on iRacing after the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. He then went on to win 10 out of 10 races. Who would have thought someone who drives an F1 is good at racing game? Wow. McLaren have announced a restructure. James Key, Executive Technical Director, has vacated his role, which will mean fucking something to someone. There's just a bunch of words that have been put on a page. It probably means he's important and had a big job with lots of money. Good for him. They will be introducing a Formula One technical executive team featuring 3 new specialized technical director roles. What the fuck does any of that... If you have any idea what any of that means, let me know, because I've got fuck all clue. Something about ex-Ferrari man David Sanchez. Shout out to the 5 of you who've heard that name before. Picture of a man who looks like Lewis Hamilton chonging on a vape. That's gone around. Oh yeah, another thing I saw on Twitter, F1 cars with liveries from the movie Cars. Absolutely tremendous work. Whoever did this, I salute you, and I want a model of one. Christian Horner says another team contacted Red Bull sponsors after their cost cap breach. That's incredible. Mega shithousery from Toto Wolff to fucking say, oi, look at that dickhead. He's a massive dickhead who's spending bare peas on sushi. Come sign with us instead. Give us peas. Rate it from Toto Wolff. Hopefully he didn't leave any receipts there though.
I have it printed out.
Moving on. Lando Norris says he asked Zach Brown many times to go back to a silver Vodafone style livery. I rate it, but the Marlboro one was better on especially the 1988 MP4, and I will hear nothing else. That is the greatest F1 livery of all time. Not the most iconic, but the best. Some twat called Jonah tweeted that we need to start a conversation with Valtteri. This tweet, it's on the screen there. I don't know why I'm describing it to you. In other news, Jonah's a massive cunt, and he probably needs to be locked up for the rest of eternity. Yes, Max Verstappen has his World Drivers' Championship trophy that he got by bribing the FIA and installing the KKK members into race control. He stores that on his mini fridge. Fucking well on you, lad. Red Bull want to change the name of AlphaTauri because it's logical, and to be honest, I've never heard of the AlphaTauri clothing brand. But then again, I'm about as useful in fashion as a chocolate teapot, so what the fuck do I know? If they want another name, I'm not that quick-witted. This is going to take me a minute. I'll think of something. Fucking it. Something funny. Red Bull. Red Balls. Ha. Balls. Fuck, I've got nothing. I want them to partner up with Macclesfield Town FC and create a livery out of that, because I like Macclesfield Town, even though I've never been there or lived there and have no experience with anyone from Macclesfield in any way. But I think that'd be cool. Moving on, Toto Wolff has said Mercedes catching Red Bull this year is unrealistic. He said that every race last year. We get it. They're fucking slow. A potential new F1 team have been revealed. They are a Swiss-based project headed by Craig Pollock, who founded the British-American Racing F1 team. It's looking to be an equality, diversity and inclusion team with a 50-50 gender ratio among the staff and drivers. That's a good idea. I like that. But the rumours are that it's being backed by Saudi Arabian figures. So how equal is that actually going to be? Red Bull have ordered some pizzas from Domino's near the F1 track in Australia yesterday. Why the fuck is that news? Who the fuck wrote that? Who? Why did you know? A barbecue meat. Actually, no, that's a criminal. If you have barbecue sauce on your pizza instead of tomato sauce, I'm sorry, but you fiddle with children. That's just, it's disgusting. Okay, no. Same thing with pineapple. I hate pineapple on pizza. Fruit is for dessert. It is not the main course. Fucking get your palate sorted out. Yeah, Bukayo Saka sat Mudryk on his arse in England versus Ukraine. Not relevant, but I'm an Arsenal fan. This twat, the fucking F1 director Donny, is a cunt and needs to be shot. No, okay, this is a bit far. But it does further prove what I said in a couple videos ago, or maybe the last video. I'm not that good. The FIA know nothing about the sport. They don't care about the sport, you know. There was the thing last week about the ban on cycling around the circuits, and obviously Lewis Hamilton can't have his cock ring, which is terribly upsetting. That's bigger than Abu Dhabi 23. Lewis Hamilton can't have his cock ring. Yeah, that's Why are more people talking about that? Yeah, that's it, right. Stefano Domenicali. Hang on, do that again. Stefano Domenicali. That's not right. Hang on, we'll go Italian. Hang on. Mucho bella, buongiorno. Stefano Domenicali. There you go. Fucking smash that. He said that he wants to get rid of free practice 1. Oh no, not free practice. All of the free practices in F1 because, well, he claims they're of great use to the engineers, but the public doesn't like them. Well, the public doesn't like Rishi Sunak, yet he's the head of the fucking country. What? That's so stupid. No. The engineers need the practice, right? The drivers need the practice. Like, well, what the fuck are the drivers supposed to do? Like, yeah, they've got the simulator, but anyone who's driven on a simulator and then driven in a real car can tell you they're not even close to being the same thing. No matter how much money you put into fucking your simulators, it's not the same thing. They need that practice. The engineers need it just to see how the cars... It's a stupid idea. How is he the head of F1? He's the fucking morons who run this sport, man. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. What else happened? Yeah, Toto Wolff has been going on about Abu Dhabi 2021 because when isn't he? Or when aren't they? Or we get it, he was robbed. Oh, Lewis Hamilton has weakness revealed. Wow. Oh, it's because he's shit. So his weakness is the fact he's shit. Like, great, Nico Rosberg, so glad you're back. Oh, yeah, Jenson Button got cucked by Kimi Räikkönen in NASCAR. Hold that, Mr. Button. Kimi Räikkönen probably doesn't care.
I don't care what happened to the others.
Damon Hill's been running his mouth again and wonders if Oscar Piastri regrets choosing McLaren over Alpine. Does the sun set every evening? Yes, of course he fucking does. Look where he's stuck. Max Verstappen could rebel because he's just a teenage dirtbag baby. Toto Wolff could be set for major embarrassment as longtime partner hints at splits. No, it's not actually his wife. I was surprised as well. Williams, they're looking to leave Mercedes. Well, they're not looking to leave. They're looking at their options, just like his wife is. And it's quite ironic considering Mr. Vowles just went there from the Mercedes team. Mercedes clearly doesn't have a dreadful engine, you know. Fucking Aston Martin have made it work, but they haven't listened to Lewis Hamilton, which obviously is a hate crime, and now their car's shit. So there you go. If you perform a hate crime, your F1 car goes in the shit. See you next week.